Here we fork out more than $100 million to councils around Australia in parking fines. But imagine how much you'd save if you knew when a ticket was coming your way. Well, there's a new device hitting the streets that could turn the tables in your favour.
Back
in the 60s, meter maids saved us. Now it's all gone high-tech.
There you go. That's an alert.
There's an alert.
Okay.
An iPhone application that pinpoints parking ranges.
I just got an alert. I came around the corner here to my car, and there's a parking patrol officer.
Sure enough, there he's there.
Doing his duty.
Doing their duty, parking officers used to have the upper hand in their hunt for illegally parked cars and their owners.
$141, $422 that penalty.
The reach of the Ranger was unassailable. The torment for motorists, absolute. Not anymore.
Mate, what do you think of these alerts that sort of dob in where the parking officers are? No comment?
Suddenly the urban predator has become the prey, thanks to this man.
It's just up the road.
The Rangers are identified by people who are on the street with the application.
Joe Darling invented ParkPatrol, an iPhone application which could kill parking fines forever.
Okay, so we've parked the car, we buy a ticket, and then what? We tell the application where we are.
That's exactly right. We just simply register, check in the position of your parked car, set a time, set a perimeter, and push the notifications.
And then the application relies on satellite technology and the prying eyes of thousands, potentially millions of iPhone users. When someone sees a Ranger and posts an alert, you will get notified if that officer happens to be within the registered location of your car.
All right. So basically the odds are really stacked against them now. So this guy could have an application, he might have posted the whereabouts of that Ranger, or it could have been you, it could have been me. It's just a community of people.
As a matter of fact, there's about 8 people who've just reported this guy in the last 10 minutes.
We think it's great. We don't want people to get parking tickets, so anything that stops people from getting parking fines is okay with us.
Perhaps the penny is yet to drop with the meter maids. ParkPatrol could make them redundant.
I don't think it's going to take over our role at all.
No doubt. Perhaps less secure is millions of dollars of council revenue.
That's a clearway offence, $197.
Across the country, local governments reap roughly $120 million in parking fine revenue. Could this application kill council's golden goose?
Look, I don't think that people can rely on it being that accurate. And then they still run the risk that the app won't tell them when the Ranger is there.
Mayor of North Sydney Council, one of the country's busiest for parking fines, Genya McCaffrey denies allegations of revenue raising and says she welcomes the application.
And if this encourages people to move on from meters and not park illegally, then it's a positive thing. We're actually happy if it means more compliance.
That's one way to look at it. But what about those who will now deliberately park illegally, only moving when their spying device alerts them of an approaching Ranger?
Look, I think you know the pace technology is moving. You made that illegal and then something else would be invented.
That something else is Trapster. It uses the same GPS technology as ParkPatrol, but instead of alerting users to Rangers, Trapster targets mobile speed cameras, fixed cameras and random breathalyzers.
It might not be illegal, but it's immoral.
In a previous story, Victoria Police's Inspector Martin Borman was damning of the Trapster application.
The whole purpose of this process is to make the roads safer. In my view, I don't think this does that.
Is this legal?
Yeah, it's absolutely legal. It's an early warning device. My counsel has told me it's perfectly fine.
An application which could save motorists thousands in fines. Surely Joe stands to make millions.
Not making a dime, actually.
Why not?
I feel it's a community effort. It's a community spirit. For me, it's an idea, really, an experiment that I'd like to see fulfilled. And it's working very well so far. But obviously, the more people who get involved in it, the better it'll work.